All right, we're live. I think.
Oh yeah.
Is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, the video showed up. All right,
This
is episode 142 of the Battle of Ohio podcast. The AFC North is crazy right now, Tom. The AFC North is absolutely insane. Three teams right now. The only division in the NFL where all four teams have a winning record. All three teams right now are 4-3, with the Baltimore Ravens 6-2 in first place. And I think every team has some questions. Every team has some questions right now. But wins keep happening, so maybe I was wrong when I said this is not the best division in the NFL this year. Right now, it looks like it might be.
Yeah, no, it's a good division. It's a really good division.
That said, I'm not worried about one of those 4 teams because why, Thomas?
Because Pittsburgh still suck, and you're pointing the wrong direction.
I pointed the wrong direction.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, I pointed the right direction.
Wait.
Because why, Thomas?
Whatever. Pittsburgh still sucks.
That's right.
Welcome to the Battle of Ohio podcast, where we follow the revival of the historic rivalry between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
That is weird. So For what it's worth, what you're seeing on the room where we're doing this meeting, like what you're seeing on your screen between me and you, it's actually like reversed on their screen. So I'm seeing what we're broadcasting out right now because I'm in OBS and it's got the same order, but it's got our camera feeds backwards. So like if you look left. On this thing, it'll show you looking right. Oh wait, no. Shit, it's just me. You're looking the same direction. I'm reversed for some reason. That's really.
Oh yeah.
I'm so confused.
Because everybody in Cincinnati is backwards. Just confirm that. Cincinnati's a backwards ass town.
I just had to get your shot in there. I see.
Yep.
All right. Well, you know what? Y'all are going backwards right now. At least your football team. So, we'll see. I mean,
we'll be fine. Well, we're gonna win next week. It all matters. Yeah. Are we going to start with us, or are we going to start with you guys?
It doesn't really matter. We can start with the Browns. It's fine.
No, let's start with the Browns. Start with the Browns. Fuck it. Start with the Browns. But I got some shit to say.
I think for what it's worth. The Bengals have a more interesting matchup this week, so I think we should probably end the Bengals this week.
Yeah, that's good. I got some shit to say. First of all, Browns are gonna win Sunday.
Probably.
We're saving our picks for later. Whatever. Fuck it. PJ Walker got out there and beat the Cardinals. I ain't worried about the Cardinals. My problem is the big news about the Browns right now is the Watson thing. Actually, no, we're not even getting to that yet. Let me talk about last week's game. I actually am very encouraged by last week's game because they went to a very tough environment with a third-string quarterback, played against a very solid Seattle team. Seattle is no scrub, and went toe-and-toe with them with a third-string quarterback in P.J. Walker. I thought that game was very encouraging outside that last mistake that happened, but I could watch that game and I could be like, damn, that one call that Kevin Stefanski didn't make. But then I think to myself, damn, I look at this team and I'm like, if they have a competent quarterback in there, they could win a lot of games. So if this team could win a lot of games, if they are fully healthy, or if I believe this team can win a lot of games if they had Deshaun Watson in there, then I'm not concerned at all. I'm just thinking to myself, damn, just tread water until Deshaun Watson gets healthy. So I was actually very encouraged by last week because, they went 2-3 with P.J. Walker. So, let's beat the Cardinals. And then the next thing you know, you're 5-3. I'm chilling. I'm chilling on that for a minute. I can fight with that. The Browns are probably the Browns are what's going to happen is the Browns are going to beat the Cardinals. They're going to lose to the Ravens. They're going to beat the Steelers. So the Browns are going to be 6-4 in 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. So
I'm very mad at that.
I'll respond to that in a second. Bacon Man's here. Bacon Man and the Orange Stripes Bengals Network. So that's awesome.
What up, Bacon Man?
Bacon Man. Oh, I hear it. There's an echo. What the hell? Okay, so my mic is echoing on the other side right now. That's annoying. How do I fix that? That's what. Okay. So okay, there we go. It should be fixed.
Your technology,
this software is so freaking complicated, man. But no, the echo should be off now. So it's like we have to pump this whole thing in from a separate like software. And so I have to mute my own microphone in the broadcasting software. Yeah, Bacon Man says it's fixed now. So I have to do all this stuff. So like when I normally stream on this thing, I'm not using the room thing that me and you are normally in, that me and you are in right now. I'm not using that when it's just me because I don't need it when it's just me. So what I have to do is I have to have my mic on for that, but I have to turn it off for this. Because if I don't, then the audio from the room will interfere. And so it's just annoying. But anyway, I appreciate you pointing that out, Bacon Man. What up? And
shout out to Bacon Man.
The Orange Stripe Bengals Network says going to a Steelers game as a Bengals fan, you're in enemy territory. Let's go. And you know what? I don't say it a whole lot, but go Titans. I was talking to Thomas earlier, but my boy Will Levis, you know, I hate mayonnaise. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. I despise mayonnaise. It's my least favorite food on the entire planet. But I love Will Levis because he played for Kentucky and he's playing in the NFL. So, you know, and that's part of the reason I hate the Browns because y'all ruined Tim Couch.
Pittsburgh about to win, homie.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, no, Pittsburgh about to win that game.
I don't think so, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit though. But as far as the Browns go, I mean, y'all are going up against the 1-7 Cardinals. Now, this is a scrappy Cardinals team. Do you know who's is Kyler Murray back for this game?
It's either him or the rookie.
Yeah, because they traded away Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, is it going to be him or the rookie? They said they're not sure.
Okay, so it'll be him or Clayton Tune. So
yeah.
Maybe that much worse than Josh Dobbs, though. Josh Dobbs, I didn't feel like people talked about. He was like looking really good. I think it looked better than expected, I guess.
Well, okay. So Watson had this press conference where he basically talked about whether or not he's playing or not, and it was so scripted. It made no sense. But it sounds to me. Well, first of all, I want to say, I think I was right about this whole time. They should have shut him down from the beginning. So it sounds to me like he's still hurt, but I think he's like 2 weeks away. I think he needs to rest this week. I think he needs to go one more week rest. So it sounds like to me we're going to get PJ Walker. The Browns could beat the Cardinals just by running the ball. Their defense not going to allow more than 14, 20 points. So the Browns play that smash mouth, run the ball football. They'll win that game, slow the game down. Like they want to take care of the Cardinals. They want to take care of the Cardinals. I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about long term.
Yeah, it shouldn't be difficult to beat the Cardinals. I don't think you should worry about that too much.
Here's the thing. It's not like we played no scrubs. The worst team we played all year is the Colts. And Gardner Minshew, we talk about scrappy. That motherfucker, he doesn't go away. Like, damn, this motherfucker.
Yeah, but that was the best game he played all year, though, dude.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, man? What the fuck is going on with this dude? Of course.
No, I was really confused because y'all's defense is elite, and you were like Gardner Minshew do that.
I don't know. They get better. They get better as the game. Well, I'm noticing they get better as the game goes on. like the first half they kind of like are mid, and then like the second half they lock down. It's crazy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna see what happens, man. I think they should be fine with PJ, but I got this weird feeling they're gonna try. Washington's gonna try and give it a go. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I got this weird feeling he's gonna try.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think an injured Deshaun Watson is better than PJ Walker. That's not a compliment to PJ Walker. That's saying an injured Deshaun Watson is not somebody you want starting at quarterback.
I mean, he can't hit his throwing arm.
That's what I'm saying.
That's your throwing arm, dude. You don't want to be playing on that, man. You can't throw. I mean, they're saying that he looked more healthy than he did right before Indianapolis, but you can see that Indianapolis game, he couldn't drive the ball at all. He tried throwing it, it just wasn't working.
Yeah. Bacon Man asked me if I like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and yes, I love Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's one of my favorite restaurants. It's delicious.
More Popeyes.
But
Popeyes,
Thomas, I like Popeyes too. Popeyes is really good. There's not really like there's this local place around here called Jocko's, and I don't think they're that great.
Jocko's.
Yeah, it's like a Hamilton thing. But I know. But like most of it, I mean, like Lee's Chicken is like kind of mid, but they're also kind of good sometimes too. Like my favorite is I forget what they're called now, but it used to be called Church's Chicken, and that place is the best.
Church's Chicken.
Church's Chicken, yeah. I forget what it's called. They changed their name, but it used to be called Church's Chicken for the longest time, and that place is the best fried chicken place. I was standing on the table for them. But KFC is good. I like KFC.
I'm not a big Church Chicken guy. If I'm being real with you.
Have you had them?
No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This conversation making me hungry. By the way.
They got a good. I really like they. I feel they have like their chicken. I think Popeye's chicken is better. Like the actual chicken.
Stop making me hungry, man. So you're making me hungry. I'm like sitting here just like thinking about chicken now. Can we at least talk about food at the end of the podcast? All we thinking about food for the entire freaking podcast. We're gonna be sitting up here talking about Zach Wilson and going to freaking mom's Thanksgiving dinners and shit. And I'm gonna be sitting here thinking to myself, damn, I'm hungry as fuck.
But yes, KFC.
Let the play on that joke.
Another question Bacon Man asked was how long we think Kenny Pickett will be out. From what I understand, I don't think he's going to be out at all. I'm
pretty sure he's playing tonight, right?
I actually don't know if he's playing tonight, but my guess all week was that he was going to play tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's playing tonight.
And then Joe's here saying Joe's like top 1.4% of pickers on ESPN. That's kind of crazy.
Joe,
like all of ESPN.
Wait, Joe, who you got tonight?
Yeah, Joe, who you got tonight? Let's go. Since the game hasn't started, we should probably go ahead and normally we do the predictions at the end, but we should probably go ahead and say who we think's going to win the Steelers-Titans game now. So. You go first, Thomas, and then we'll get back to talking about the Browns.
I already picked the Steelers. I got the Steelers.
Yeah, so you're picking the Steelers. What you explained to me quite a bit, but would you care to explain to them because that was before we started?
I mean, you got what young quarterback.
Kenny Pickett is playing, by the way, definitely playing.
Yeah, you got a young quarterback going for Tennessee. The Pittsburgh Steelers. They have new black magic win games. They're gonna make a big game. It's in Pittsburgh, right? That's
it is in Pittsburgh. Yes.
Yeah, it's Thursday night football. Yeah, Pittsburgh's gonna take this one, homie.
I mean, I feel it. Look, listen. I understand, and I'm not. Okay, I said just to be clear, I'm picking the Titans, and the reason I'm picking the Titans is because I want to read you off a stat line here real quick. So, I mean, obviously the Titans are not a fantastic football team. But really, honestly, neither are the Steelers.
Yeah,
but this is what Will Levis did last week against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I know it's the Falcons, but still, the Falcons' defense isn't horrible. But Will Levis, in his debut as the starting quarterback of the Tennessee Titans, went 19 for 29, 238 yards. Okay, nothing eye popping. 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He threw 4 touchdowns against the Falcons last week.
Four.
And Derrick Henry did not end up getting traded. Will Levis seems to have unlocked DeAndre Hopkins, which is really the first time that DeAndre Hopkins has looked like, the old DeAndre Hopkins since he last played with Deshaun Watson, quite frankly. So I don't think the Titans are about to go on this big winning streak or anything like that, but I do think they're going to be more competitive and could be possibly if Will Levis stays at this level. They're 3-4 right now, and I think that they could get themselves back into contention for the playoffs. And I think it starts tonight against Pittsburgh.
Okay, we're going to see.
Looks like Joe agrees with me.
Oh, so Joe's also going with Titans.
Yeah, Joe's picking the Titans. Who are you picking, Bacon Man? Who by the way, also says we forget about Bacon Man saying we forget about Minkah Fitzpatrick. What have we forgot? We
forgot about Dre. We forgot about Dre. We forgot about Dre.
He says we forgot about Minkah Fitzpatrick. And what about Minkah Fitzpatrick? What is he like? I don't care about Minkah Fitzpatrick. Like, he's one of the most overrated safeties in the NFL.
Minkah Fitzpatrick forgot about Dre out here injuring Nick Chubb and shit.
According to Minkah. Oh, Minka's not playing. Well, that's huge.
Oh,
that's huge, and it's huge because of the way it mentally affects the Steelers. Because like I said, and I stand by it, Minka is one of the most overrated safeties in the NFL. But a lot of people think he's really good, and if he's not playing, that could mentally affect the rest of the defense. So I mean, like that's. There's I'm really feeling Levis tonight. I am.
Okay, we're gonna see.
And he could be Will Levis could be what Tim Couch should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at you, Thomas.
Hey. I was young,
he tore
man.
His hamstring. Yo, yuck.
Ooh.
That's not good. That's not good.
Damn, I should do Titans.
Well, yeah. So, I'm picking the Titans, and I'm picking the Titans, and it has nothing to do with Minkah Fitzpatrick. I'm picking the Titans because I'm a believer in Will Levis. Like, I will say, like, I wasn't super high on Will Levis when he was at Kentucky because I was like, like he was a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but people kept talking about him as a number 1 pick, and I'm like, are you guys seeing the same quarterback I've been seeing this whole time? Because like he's good, but he ain't that good. But no, I mean, if he's going to represent the Wildcats in the NFL, I'll take it.
Pittsburgh got to win this game, homie. Pittsburgh got to win this game. This is not a game Pittsburgh about to lose.
Sorry about that, Mikey.
This is not a game that Pittsburgh going to lose.
All right, so the Browns then. Let's talk about the Browns. So potentially going to be seeing Kyler Murray, potentially going to be seeing Clayton Tune. I don't think it matters because I think that Browns defense is going to take care of business, like you said. But I do think it's going to be a very low scoring game. I think it's going to come down. The Browns went out and got King Drake, practice squad. Mm-hmm. I like King Drake a lot. Our running back's been fine. It's probably mostly because of our offensive line. We got a really good offensive line. They've been productive. The screen game's been working. That's how they've been scoring points. So they've been finding ways to score points. The weather's probably not going to be that great. So we're playing Arizona too. So that's an advantage. That's a real advantage, especially for our defense. So I mean, like I'm pretty comfortable about this game. I really am, mainly because if we got like smoked by Seattle, like we lost to Seattle, like we got like smoked by Seattle, then I'd be like, they lost their spirit.
No, they were in a dog fight with Seattle. That game was a dog fight. And it wasn't like a dog fight as in the team just gave up. Like that team fought to the very end. They fought ruthlessly. So the team's not giving up. They know that there's so much talent here. If Watson gets healthy, this team could do a lot of damage. And everybody knows that. So this team is still very engaged right now. So they're playing a team like Arizona, and this team knows how important every game is. And they're now a veteran team because all these players, Miles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Njoku, they all been here for a while now. They know how important these games are. They're not losing this game Sunday. They're not losing that game. Now next week when they play against the Ravens, but this week, man, they're not losing to the they're taking care of business this weekend.
So I've got a question for you as far as the Browns go. If you had to put a percentage, like a number, on what you think the Browns' chances of making the playoffs are right now, what would you put it at?
I'm gonna go with 68%.
68%.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident because. All right, so like I said, I think the Browns are gonna win this weekend. I think they're gonna lose to the Ravens. I think they're gonna beat the Steelers. So that's gonna put them at about 6-4.
Mm-hmm.
And they still got to play the Bears, the Texans, and the Jets. So I'm fairly confident the Browns will get 9 wins.
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident the Browns will get 9 wins.
I don't know if 9 wins makes the playoffs, to be honest with you.
Exactly. But I'm fairly confident they will get at least 9 wins.
Okay.
Now I think I'm saying that as in if they go 2-3 over the next 2 weeks, then I feel comfortable saying I think they make the playoffs because that says to me that this is a good team. Through all that adversity, they're a good team. And like I said, 9 wins I think it would be the floor. Right now, I'm saying I think 9 wins. Like I would, if you say yes, I'll put money on them getting at least 9 wins for sure. But will they be able to get 1 or 2 more? I'm not sure yet. But right now, I can say for sure, I think they'll get at least 9 wins. If that makes sense. I think yeah.
Joe says it's going to come down to the Jets game.
Yeah, I think they'll beat the Jets. I think they take care of the Jets. The Browns win those Thursday night games. And then I think they'll take care of that game. I think that's a game they'll get. I think they'll beat the Steelers because I think that they want the Steelers badly. I think that locker room want to beat the Steelers more than anything in the world. Mm-hmm. The Broncos. Yeah, so I think they got the Broncos. I think they're gonna beat the Bears. I think they're gonna beat the Jets. The Texans, if they for that leaves the Rams, the Jags, and the Texans. If you take one of those 3 games, the Browns will win 10 games. So here's the thing. I'm fairly confident. Yeah, I'm fairly confident. Only because the schedule is so fucking easy. We played our hardest part of our schedule already.
I think, and this might be a bit of a hot take, but I think the Broncos are about to start stringing together some wins. I wouldn't be shocked to see them take down the Browns here in a few weeks.
Maybe. Look, here's my thing. They beat the Chiefs, right?
The Broncos, yeah.
They beat the Chiefs. I don't know, man. The Broncos got some problems. The Broncos got some serious problems.
They do, but I like what I've been seeing from them out of the last few weeks. I think it's kind of starting to click. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps Sean Payton may have humbled himself a little bit, and if that's the case, he'll probably work better with Russell Wilson than he was earlier this year. Russell Wilson all year has looked perfectly fine. Nothing. Not perfectly fine, but he hasn't been he hasn't been as bad as the Broncos have been around him. So here's the reason why I ask what you think the Browns playoff odds would be. Is what you said 68%, and for me that's high. Partially because we have X number of games left to go or whatever, but I do think that I still. It's close because I'm not sure if I think the Steelers are actually going to stay winning like they do, but we'll see. They could make it in with that 7th seed. I don't know, but I still think the AFC North sends all of its teams to the playoffs this year. And so we're talking
crazy,
about
man.
That would be crazy. That would require teams really honestly the only team I think right now that I really think is better than any team in the AFC North. Not any team, but they wouldn't be in last place in the AFC North. As far as teams currently fighting for a wild card spot is the Bills. The Bills would probably be the biggest barrier to sending all 4 teams to the playoffs. But they're also 5-3, and if the Bengals beat them this week, then they're 5-4. So
because the Chargers aren't making the playoffs. The Jets ain't making the playoffs. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, no, you do. What's crazy though? It's that was the thing. Is, like I said, man, that was the first game the Browns lost to a non-AFC North opponent. When they played you watch that game. I watched bad Browns football teams. That team played. That was a tough situation that they had. If PJ Walker won that game, man, damn. The fact that we got 2 out of 3, and the fact that we beat, you were on the road to win a game, and then you win a game with the 49ers, who I know lost 3 in a row now, since the Browns beat them. But still, man, that was a good win.
Yeah. So the reason I ask is because the New York Times every year they put out this they put out this this article series that I love called the upshots playoff odds, essentially is what it is. And so it gives odds for every team is it possible for them to make the playoffs. And so basically right now the Giants, Bears, Panthers and Cardinals, it's no. That's basically the answer is basically no. But other than that, so they've currently got the Browns with a 41% chance to make the playoffs, and
I'm not mad about that.
I'm right about in the middle between that answer and your answer, because that 68%, I don't know about that. Maybe I think they make the playoffs, but as far as odds go, I'm putting the Bengals at 68% right now, and that's high. So I put the Browns around I'm gonna say 55% roughly.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, 55%. I think they make it, but I still I'm not I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't. Is I think my thing.
Yeah, honestly, my whole thing is that it just literally comes down to whether or not Watson's healthy or not.
Even then, it kind of depends on if Watson's good.
I think he's fine. His last game that he played, outside of that Indianapolis game where he played 6 minutes, but the last game that he played, he did his thing.
Yeah,
he did his thing well. He responded well.
There's a lot of great playoff predictors out there, Joe, but the New York Times playoff odds thing, I feel is awesome. Because I remember I was playing with it last year when the Bengals got out to their 0-2 start, and this thing had them as a 7% chance to make the playoffs after the start they had last year, and then they ended up going to the AFC Championship. So I love seeing stuff like this, because and this is based on an algorithm, by the way. This is based on math. This isn't based off of anybody's opinion. This is based off of this is what these teams are expected to do based off of maths and algorithms and stuff like that. So, them saying the Browns have a 41% chance is not some guy being like, oh, the Browns suck. That's like an algorithm saying, like, the Browns looking at the rest of their schedule and what they're doing right now, just like the average thing that it averages out to is that, they probably, like, according to this, there's a solid chance for them to make the playoffs, but this thing is saying that it's not thinking that they will. Like, they're just barely missing.
41% really isn't that bad, honestly.
No, it's not. And I mean, that's still higher than teams like the Chargers, who are currently second in the AFC West, right?
But it all depends on if Washington's arms healthy or not. Right? That's what it all comes down to. If Washington get healthy, then we're fine.
Yep. So I think that's a good transition then to the Bengals because we're about half an hour in right now, so we should probably go ahead and talk about the other team that this podcast is about. The Bengals currently have a 73% chance to make the playoffs according to this sheet. I think that's a little high, but I said about 68% myself, 65, 68, somewhere around there. And I just picked like you can go through the whole rest of the schedule and pick who's going to win each game and it'll change what the odds say about that. And right now, if the Bengals beat the Bills on Sunday night, then that chance to make the playoffs goes up to 85%. So, I mean, like we were talking like a couple weeks ago about like, are the Bengals broken? And right now we're talking about, are they stoppable? It's kind of nuts. And to be clear,
with this playoff machine right now. By the way, I'm playing with it right now. By the way,
yeah. To be clear, I think some people are going a little overboard with this Bengals hype. Like okay, so I had Mikey on my show, and y'all should go watch this video, by the way. But me and Mikey went live on Tuesday. It was either Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. I think it was Monday. It was Monday, and it was before the Monday night game. So we said that it was like. It wasn't like the official power rankings, which I did come out with my official power rankings, so you should go watch that too. But we did kind of like a tentative, like what's it looking like ahead of the Monday night game kind of power rankings. And Mikey, and this isn't terribly uncommon, but Mikey had the Bengals up at number 2 in the power rankings. And I was like, whoa, 2, like, bro, I put them at 7, and that I felt like that might have been high. Just because it's like, yeah, they look really, 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 really good right now, but they just got here. Like, let's give them a few more weeks to stay here before we start talking about top 5. And I feel like a lot of people are doing that with the Bengals right now. Like, they're like, oh, the Bengals are like all the way back. And they're like, like the team that's been to the AFC Championship both the last 2 years, that team's all the way back now. It's like, yeah, maybe. Like, if Joe Burrow's healthy, and he keeps playing like this, and then like the rest of our offensive weapons wake up. We just called Tanner Hudson up from the practice squad, and if maybe he can give us some like actual production from the tight end position instead of Irv Smith's bum ass. And if that's the case, then yes, this Bengals team is like one of the top teams in the AFC and is going to be in it until the very, very, very end. And partially because that defense is playing so incredibly well. But at the same time, like, is this like, oh, hey, look, Joe Burrow's healthy and like, here's this like temporary boost that we're getting. But like, is that boost going to stick around? If they don't beat the Bills, then there's going to be a lot of questions coming up. Like, are they really all the way back? And I don't know. This is why I had them at 7 and not all the way back, near the top. Like, I mean, I think I had them at number 2 in my in my preseason power rankings, because I'm like, this very well might be the second best team in the NFL right now. But then we actually saw what happened once the season started, and I'm like, oh, nope, sorry, never mind. Nope.
Yeah, I think the Browns will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going through this playoff predictor, and I was looking at
fun.
it.
It's fun, isn't it? I get
excited. No. I'm chilling. I'm chilling on my prediction.
Yeah,
I'm chilling on my prediction.
It is a fun thing. I really enjoy it. But
yeah, this is off.
The Bengals come up. They got the Bills, Texans, Ravens, Steelers, Jaguars. Like, that's the next 5 games. And I got to say, that is a gauntlet. So if the Bengals come out like you know what the Bengals did last year? They got off to an 0-2 start, and then they beat up on a bad Saints team. And then after that point, they just went off the rest of the season. They didn't lose again to the AFC Championship. So frankly, if the Bengals
gonna be fine.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I think they're gonna be fine too. But if they get through these next 5 games undefeated, I'm not sitting here saying that's gonna happen. But I'm saying if that happens, if the Bengals get through the next 5 games undefeated, then we're going into the playoffs thinking this is the Super Bowl favorite. Because I mean, here's the thing: after that 5-game gauntlet. After Bills, Texans, Ravens, Steelers, Jaguars, then we got Colts, Vikings, Steelers, Chiefs, Browns. And it's the only team in that stretch that's really all that intimidating is the Chiefs. And even they don't look that great right now. And by the way, to correct what I was saying earlier, that game actually is in Kansas City. So
y'all want to beat the Bills. Are y'all playing home against the Bills, or is that at
Is
that home or away against? Yeah, I want to beat the Bills. I'm gonna beat the Texans.
Yeah, me and I'm going to that game. By the way, I got tickets with me, and I'm gonna take my son to his first Bengals game. Which that's next week. I gotta start planning.
The Ravens might get y'all.
I don't think so. I think we'll beat the Ravens. My biggest concern with the upcoming schedule is the Jaguars. The
Ravens might get y'all. Y'all gonna beat the Steelers. I think y'all take care of the Jaguars. Y'all beat the Colts. Y'all beat the Vikings. Y'all beat the Steelers twice. Steelers might sneak one on y'all, but y'all probably beat the Steelers. Chiefs probably won't get y'all. And that last week, y'all probably take that game last week. Yeah, so I only see y'all losing twice for the rest of the year. So I think y'all are going to lose the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Yeah, well, I still think we beat the Chiefs. Like I said, especially here's the thing. I know the Chiefs are they kind of do a similar thing that the Bengals do, where they kind of get off to this questionable start and then they finish the season hot. But the thing is, right now, the issues that the Chiefs have, I don't think are the same issues that they've had in the past. The issues they've had in the past are they're just kind of trying to figure it out. But you can see that there's the plans there. Something's going on. They got to get out of their own way. But that's not the issue right now. The issue right now is I don't think that Matt Nagy is the right guy to call plays for Patrick Mahomes. I just don't think he is. So I don't know if the Chiefs' offense. Now the Chiefs' defense has really kind of shown through this year, and I think that's going to be huge for as far as keeping them in that conversation as one of the Super Bowl favorites, if not the Super Bowl favorite. That defense is keeping them in that conversation. But I just don't think that Matt Nagy's offense is right for Patrick Mahomes. And, losing Eric Bieniemy, I think, was a bigger blow than a lot of people realize.
Damn. I mean, yeah, maybe, man. I mean, the Chiefs.
I know, right?
I don't know, man. The Chiefs don't seem they don't seem dominant, but I don't know. We'll see. I think those will be the two teams that get y'all though.
Well, I think right now the Bengals are embarrassed about the whole from the AFC Championship. I think the Bengals are ready to get revenge because they got embarrassed. There was all that trash talk, and then there was the whole Burrowhead thing, and then they lost. And they lost shooting themselves in their own foot.
Y'all looked good last week, though. Y'all looked good last week, though. I'll tell you
that's what I'm saying. It wasn't just last week. It was 6 of – no, I'm sorry. Yeah, wait. Hold on. 9 of the last 12 quarters of football that the Bengals have played. The Bengals have looked incredible. Now, there was the second half against the Seahawks, which was really concerning, but we still won the game. But the first half against the Seahawks, the Bengals were on fire. The entire Cardinals game. And basically, the third quarter was a little iffy, but basically the entire 49ers game was it was the Bengals were putting on a course on how to play offense. So that like it's like yes, they're not perfect. I don't know if they're all the way back because that Seahawks game, like I said, the second half of that Seahawks game fills me with a little bit of concern. But overall, they're very, very, very much the team that everybody kind of thought they would be this year. And the offensive line's playing a lot better. And I've been saying since 21, Thomas, I've been saying if the Bengals fix that offensive line, they win the Super Bowl. Now, they kind of fixed it last year, and then the offensive line picked up a bunch of injuries, and then, like, the backups couldn't carry them like they could in 21, which was incredible considering the backups we were working with. But
man, y'all look good, man. You gotta take care of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Y'all look good, man. Y'all look really good. Everything's clicking for y'all right now. Y'all defense really isn't that bad either. Y'all do look good right now.
That defense is the defense kind of reminds me of the 15 squad. The 15 squad kind of reminds me of, because I've kind of been saying all year that it reminds me of the 05 squad, because in 05 what the Bengals defense did was, it wasn't a great defense, but they were opportunistic and they made like big plays happen, but they'd still also let up a lot of points and stuff like that. The 15 squad was kind of like that, except they were also a legitimately really good defense. And what I've been seeing so far, I have been seeing some flashes of that 05 squad, where this defense will just like go through these like spells of letting the offense, like the opposing offense, do literally whatever the hell they want. But like, I mean, we saw against the Seahawks and we saw it again against the 49ers. Like, they come up with these clutch turnovers, after letting teams kind of march all over the field, but then they come up with these clutch turnovers and like they erase, none of it matters. They make the opposing offense go out there, get super tired, have to do all this work just to turn the ball over. And I think that's part of what is kind of like, helping the Bengals win these games, is they get the psychological edge on their side. They go out there and they kind of make the other team kind of feel like they have a chance, and then they rip it away from them right at the last second. And it makes it impossible for these teams to kind of get into the mental state of being like, oh no, we got this game. That's like the opposite of having like a galvanizing leader.
You gotta do it against us.
Well, we haven't figured you guys out at all. So I don't know.
That is just hilarious, by the way.
I don't understand.
It is just funny. I'm telling you, man. Like, if Watson gets back healthy, we're gonna be fine. Like, I was just going through this playoff thing. I've been going through this playoff predictor thing, and like the thing is that the schedule is so damn easy, and like we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Like, we're gonna be fine.
Can't wait until we smack y'all in week 18.
Maybe, hey man, what happens if Watson comes back fully healthy with this defense?
Bro, if Watson comes back fully healthy, I don't care. Like, I don't think Watson's all that much better than PJ Walker, even healthy. Like, at the fullest of Watson's abilities, yes. But like, I just haven't seen the fullest of Watson's abilities in Cleveland. It's not a Cleveland thing. It's not a Cleveland thing necessarily.
Wait, hold up.
But no, you hold up.
But I gotta. Watson only played 8 games.
I don't care.
Like, I know, but like, we got him for 3 years, right? And like, people are like, "Oh, it's the worst trade ever." He only played 8 games so far. Can we at least just see this thing out just a little bit more before we start saying shit like that? Because the last game that he played really fucking good. But the last time we seen him play, he played really good and everything connected, and he was going the right direction. Then he got hurt.
I agree with you on that.
So it's not like the book is still out, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. I do think Deshaun Watson,
but we're going to say
it's unfair. It's unfair, I think, to say that Deshaun Watson's like a total flop because like he hasn't been a total flop. I don't think he's been that great, but he hasn't been a total flop either. What I'm saying is the same thing that I was saying when y'all traded for Watson is like, dude, this dude like coming into the Browns, he's going to be off for a year from football already. And now he's taking like almost a whole nother year off because of that suspension. And so you're basically getting a guy who's going to come back and he's got to work himself into form, which he's had enough time to do at this point. But at the same time, now he's out here. He's picked up an injury, and now he's got to like work himself back into form. And it's just like, it's a lot of extraneous circumstances. I don't think it's necessarily Deshaun's fault. I don't necessarily think it's the Browns' fault. But I do think I know it bad though. I do think that Watson. I'm not scared of Watson. Is all I'm saying. Like like he could be scary. Yes, we know that Deshaun Watson at his best is like an incredible quarterback, but we have not yet seen that version of Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. Period. Like we haven't seen that. We've seen some flashes of it, but we haven't seen it over the course of a whole game yet.
Well, we've seen it once in the course of a whole game before.
Do what?
We've seen it once over the course of a whole game before.
No.
His last game, 29-32. 2 touchdowns. Should have been 3 if one was a callback.
I mean, yes, that was the best game he's had so far. But that's still like he was good, but like the Browns offense as a whole was humming. Like he was good, but I don't think Watson did anything that was particularly astounding in that game.
Yeah, I think, man, look, we just got to give him back. I'm like exhausted from it at this point because we just got to get him back. Right. And like it's really hard to know what's going to happen until we get him back. But once we get him back, man, it's on. As soon as he comes back, it is on.
Well, I hope it happens soon because, like, I mean, like, frankly, like, obviously, I'm not going to root for the Browns because they're a rival, but at the same time, like, I want the Browns to be good because I want it to be like a fierce competition, And part of it is like, we need to justify this podcast. Like, I mean, like, we started this podcast on the premise like years ago at this point. Like back in 2019 is when we started talking about this podcast, and 2020 is when we actually started doing it. We started talking about this podcast with the assumption that like it was around the time the Bengals, like I knew the Bengals were going to draft Joe Burrow. That's when me and Thomas started talking about doing this podcast. And it was basically under the assumption that like, dude, if this Joe Burrow guy is everything that he's supposed to be, Joe Burrow versus Baker Mayfield is going to be one of the, hottest things in the NFL for a long time. And then the Browns fucked up the Baker Mayfield situation, but it doesn't change the fact that, I don't want to see the Browns get the better of the Bengals, especially the way like goddamn, we need to win one of these games that matters for fucking once, please God. But but at the same time, I do want to see like that last healthy competition because it's fun when the Bengals and Browns are both competitive. It's more fun.
That last one gonna be going. I'm really sitting here looking at these games, man. Like I'm really sitting here looking at the schedule, man. Like I think the Browns are gonna win. Like I said, 9 wins is the floor. I'm sticking by that statement. Look at the schedule. Yeah, I think 9 wins is the floor for the Browns.
I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen at some point, Joe. Not that it has anything to do with football, but I've been following the FTX thing for a little while, and that's he's I kind of had a problem. What is going on? Hold on, I'm gonna be right back.
All right, so while you're doing that, I want to talk to the people about the schedule games for the Bengals. All right, so this is what I think the Bengals are going to do. The Bengals play the Bills, so I'm going to give them the W over the Bills. I'm going to give them the W over the Texans. I'm going to give them the L to the Ravens.
I just heard a huge bang.
And then I'm going to give them the W against the Steelers that beat the Jags, that beat the Colts, that beat the Vikings, bitch asses. At the Steelers, I think the Pittsburgh might take a game from them. They're going to lose to the Chiefs, and they're going to beat the Browns last week. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got the Bengals winning 10 games. 11 games.
It's 8:03, so you got about half an hour.
Yeah.
You can't calm down.
Yeah.
Go to bed now.
I can see them lose this push. I can see them dropping that game to the push, yeah. And then for the Browns, give me a second. All right, so for the Browns, the rest of the schedule, so they're gonna beat the Cardinals, they're gonna lose to the Ravens, they're gonna beat the Steelers. You know what, Cal? I'm gonna give into your concerns. I'm gonna say they lose to the Broncos, but they come back and beat the Rams, and then they lose to the Jaguars, and then they beat the Bears, and then they beat the Texans, and then they beat the Jets, and they lose to the Bengals. And even if all that happened, the Browns still have an 80% chance to make the playoffs.
I love that you're so into it just all of a sudden. That's awesome.
I'm like even like thinking in my head, okay, because they're gonna beat the Cardinals, and they're gonna lose to the Ravens, they're gonna beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're gonna beat the Broncos. Fuck you, Wilson, your Walmart ass owner, and Sean Payton. We're gonna whoop their ass. They're gonna beat the Rams. They're gonna lose to the Jaguars.
We'll see. But anyway,
yeah. Let's get into predictions.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into predictions because we're like 45 minutes into this at this point. All right. So we already just to be clear, we already gave our predictions for the Titans and Steelers. I picked the Titans, he picked the Steelers. I just, my boy Will Levis, you need to stop putting mayonnaise in your coffee. But other than that, I believe in you. Might end up with a heart attack before too long, but whatever. Who puts mayonnaise in their coffee?
Why is he putting mayonnaise in his coffee?
I don't know. He said he likes mayonnaise. Like during the draft process, he says like he got kind of like internet famous because he said in one of his like press interviews that he puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
What's the benefit from that?
I don't know. Like. But then again, I also I generally drink my coffee black or maybe with like a little bit of milk, but like I don't put much in there. But I know some people like having like really creamy tasting coffee, and maybe that's what he's going for. But like,
no, I like my coffee African American too.
Well, that's one way to put it. All right. But anyway, like I said, we already did Titans Steelers, so that's what's going on there. I really believe in Levis, and I don't believe in the Steelers. But like I keep saying that, and they keep winning, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I need the Steelers to win.
All right, so a really, really, really good one here. So the Germany game this week.
I know. How are they going to put that game in Germany?
I think that's the perfect game to put in Germany because they're trying to appeal. They're trying to bring an international audience in, right? So they're putting out their best product.
But the Germans, though, they couldn't give it to like, I don't know, like Ethiopia or something.
Ethiopia? They don't do any games in Ethiopia.
Why not, man? Bring football to Ethiopia.
Because they want to
start the movement. Hashtag I'm too woke.
No, it has nothing. Because they're not trying to go for inclusivity. They're trying to go to sell tickets.
I know.
It's a business.
Oh yeah.
Because Germany's a way better market than Ethiopia. That's why.
Yeah, it is. Shout out to Ethiopians though. Y'all cool people. Who is it? Chiefs, Dolphins, right?
Yeah, Chiefs, Dolphins.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun. I bet you Taylor Swift's gonna be there. She gonna have some bad blood.
She's not.
Oh, okay.
They've already announced.
We got a Taylor Swift. We got a Taylor Swift report. Like we got an injury report. It's Taylor Swift is probable today, right? Oh wait, hold up. We gotta check on Taylor Swift's health. We gotta see how probable Taylor Swift is. I gotta know if I gotta wear my Swiftie shirt or not when I watch the game or not. Man, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I really wish people would stop talking about it because, like, I really don't care. The only reason I said something now is because you said something, and I happened to hear somebody else say that she's not going.
No, it's fair. It's funny. It's funny though. It's entertainment.
It just makes me hate the Chiefs more.
Well, you know what's crazy though is that we got Adele though. The Browns got Adele. Adele's pretty awesome. She's a Browns fan.
We got Kay Adams. Yeah. We got George Clooney. So like all the 50, 60-year-old women are going to be really into the Bengals.
I mean, like Joe Burrow is like a super celebrity. Girls like Joe Burrow.
Well,
Joe Burrow is a super celebrity himself.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow got some swag.
But anyway, who do you think is going to win this game?
Chiefs.
Chiefs?
Yeah, Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, like the Dolphins. I mean, well, the Dolphins, you know, they're like the Dolphins are just fun, explosive football team that just out explosive people. They're not going to out explosive the explosive ass Chiefs.
Yeah, Joe agrees with you. I'm taking the Dolphins. And I'm taking the Dolphins because like out explosive the who now? The Chiefs? Like who's explosive on the Chiefs right now? Like I mean maybe Travis Kelce. George Pacheco or Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco is not explosive.
Man, he's awesome.
Tyreek Hill is about to put on a show.
Yeah, he's going to try to.
This Dolphins offense is loaded. And the biggest criticism against the Dolphins, which I think is a fair criticism, is who the hell have they beaten? You know, they've lost to all the good teams they've played, and they've beaten the bad teams, and they've beaten the shit out of the bad teams. The Chiefs have been struggling. You know, they just lost to the Broncos. They lost earlier this year to the Lions. So, I mean, like, really, honestly, I view both of these teams as very similar, except to completely disagree with what you said. The Dolphins are the more explosive team. So because of that, I'm going to take the Dolphins. And there's no home field advantage here because, like, the Chiefs are officially the home team, quote unquote, but it's in Germany, so there's no home team.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
Well. All right. Taking the Chiefs.
All right. Next up, we got two teams that are in very oddly similar situations for different reasons, but still very similar situations. That's the Vikings and the Falcons.
Give me the Falcons. That is something.
Yeah.
Give me the Falcons.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know right now. So like,
I mean, I just don't that, the offense and the way the offense kind of just. Yeah, I mean, I like Jordan Addison. I like some pieces of the Vikings gap, but I don't. They just traded for Josh Dobbs to come in, who's not playing today. Who's not playing Sunday. I don't know. I don't think it's.
Look, here's my thing. If you bench your starting quarterback, your season's over. Essentially, like if you bench your starting quarterback, like it could be the case that Taylor Heineke comes in and starts for this Falcons team. I'm not trying to argue for Desmond Ridder. That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to say if you bench your starting quarterback, you're basically firing a shot that says, all right, we're giving up on the season. And so there's that. But the Vikings also lost Kirk Cousins. So like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I think the Vikings have more talent though. Like they have like I mean, you got like Jordan Addison, who's been coming on really
Jordan
strong
Addison's nice.
Jordan Addison's been really good.
Jordan Addison's nice.
I mean, it's honestly, it's kind of an even matchup, but like, I don't know. It's in Atlanta. I'm gonna go with the Falcons, but like, I let the record show that I don't feel great about this pick. But
it can go either way. It can go either way, but I'm going to Atlanta.
Rams Packers.
I'm going with the Rams. I'm low on Packers this year.
Yep.
Not really high on the Rams either, but Very low on the Packers this year.
Here's the thing. I'm going with the Rams too. And there is there is a concern right now with Matt Stafford. He I think sprained his like a ligament in his thumb or something like that. And so there's been a lot of talk about like whether or not he's going to go on IR. They haven't even officially. Your screen flipped, by the way, Thomas. You're just kind of vertical on the screen right now. Oh, Thomas is gone. Bye, Thomas. Okay. So anyway, while we're waiting for Thomas to come back, I'll just go ahead and tell y'all that Matt Stafford probably is going to play in this game, but there's a lot of talk about him being injured. And even still, I think the Rams are going to win. Like the Rams could be coming out with John Wolford, and they could Aaron Donald could be out, and I just think the Packers are that bad right now. And the Rams are a solid football team, they've been up. They're definitely up and down. They've been dangerous and they've been not dangerous at different times this year. But overall, I think the Rams are an okay football team and the Packers are not. So I wouldn't pick the Rams against a lot of people this week because of the whole Stafford situation, but because they're against the Packers, who I don't know if there's too many teams worse than them right now. I'm going to go with the Rams in that one. So, all right. So let's go ahead. Thomas picked the Rams as well, by the way. So let's go ahead and move on. Hopefully Thomas is going to be back soon. I wonder if he's like restarting his phone or something like that. I don't know. But just as a reminder, if you're watching, and Joe's doing it right now, but if you're watching right now, and I know there were a few people watching earlier other than just Joe. If you're watching right now, feel free to give me your predictions and then put them up on the screen. Joe says this might be your AFC title game preview. Obviously, you're not talking about the Rams and the Packers. I don't know if I agree with that, though, Joe, because, I don't know. Part of me doesn't believe in the Dolphins long term. I really like them right now. I just don't know how long they're going to sustain it for. And then the Chiefs, the Chiefs, you can't ever count the Chiefs out of being in the AFC title game, but I don't know. I don't. That wouldn't be the AFC title game that I bet on right now. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know. I'm still got to kind of see it with the Dolphins. We'll see. But yeah, Thomas going to have them playing games on an aircraft carrier. Have the Bengals play a game in the Amazon. That's the real jungle right there. Let's do that. There's a live Bengal tiger in my living room? Oh, was that because my son jumped off of something and made a loud noise? Is that what you were talking about? Must have something to do with that. Watson is 6-4 as a starter. Cleveland's 3-1 this year. I mean, okay. I mean, yeah. Watson's not terrible. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say like Watson's bad. I'm just saying I'm not scared of Watson. I don't think the Browns are going to win games because of Watson. I just haven't seen that. But let me see what Thomas is up to because I'm wondering where the hell he's at. He just straight up his phone his feed just shot out.
Hi, you have reached Thomas.
Okay, his phone must have just completely died because he's on. All right, so let's go ahead and I guess just work through some of these predictions. And hopefully he comes back at some point. So next up we got the Commanders and the Patriots. I mean, neither of these teams are all that good. The Commanders just had a fire sale getting rid of Montez Sweat and Chase Young, but the Patriots are awful. So I'm going to go with the Commanders here, just because I think they're a solid team. They put up a fight against the Eagles, and now they have less people. But Thomas, my phone went dead. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. Working on it. My predictions are submitted. Okay. All right. Well, And if you're still on here, Thomas, why don't you tell me who you think is going to win between the Commanders and the Patriots? I'll put it up on the screen so that we can keep this going. When we go ahead and move on, next we got the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. So the Bears, not a good football team. I kind of started seeing a little bit of spark in them, and then it just completely died right back off. You know, like they got smacked by the Raiders and Bears. I'm telling you, man. The Saints, on the other hand, are 4-4, and they're in a pretty good spot. And I said on my power rankings preview that like Mikey was like, got to fire Pete Carmichael, and he's still saying that, even though the Saints had a really good offensive game last week. But I think it's probably going to happen again this week. I think the Saints are going to take this one, just because I keep picking the Bears at these random intervals because I'm like, I think I see something from the Bears, but it's always a Trojan horse or a Trojan bear, maybe. Probably not. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Houston to play the Texans. And, or is that the other way around? Let's see. Hold on. So that's... Why can't I see anything? Here we go. Okay, yeah, I was right about that. So it is in Houston. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Houston Texans. And so let's see, Buccaneers and Texans. I don't know if I really believe in either of these teams right now. Like, I'm gonna go with the Texans because, like, I think they're good, but like they just lost to the Panthers too. So like, I don't know. But like, I just haven't seen anything out of the Buccaneers lately that makes me believe they're gonna do anything. So like, I like Baker Mayfield, I really do, but overall, that team's just like, I don't know what to think right now. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. Hey, we got Thomas back. He's over here.
Yeah.
We got Thomas back.
Yeah, my handsome ass is back. I'm sorry about that, but okay. I didn't like being on the sidelines. But I submitted my picks, and I said, "Commies, Bears suck." By the way, so who the Bears playing? Who are we? Saints.
Yeah. All right.
Saints.
And then so I was about to wrap up Buccaneers Texans. So who you got in that one?
Give me Baker Mayfield over the Texans. Fuck you, Texans. Go Baker.
I mean, I'll be rooting for Baker for sure, but I think the Texans are the Buccaneers. I haven't seen anything of substance from them for a couple weeks now, and the Texans they did just lose to the Panthers, but outside of the losing to the Panthers, the Texans have looked pretty good.
I mean, CJ Stroud looked good, but he's still a rookie quarterback. The league can take it to him eventually.
That's true. I mean, it could go either way, really. Next up, though, we got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Carolina to play the Panthers, and the Panthers just got their first win last week, so congratulations. You're still a bad football
team. I'm going to go with the Colts. I think Gardner Minshew gets it done against the Panthers.
Despite what I just said about the Panthers, I'm going to take them this week. Just because, like, I don't know. Like, I like Gardner Minshew, but I also, like, don't really particularly like Gardner Minshew as a quarterback. So,
he's one of those things.
We'll see, but like I don't know. Right now, like the Panthers coming off their first win of the season, I think maybe it kind of leads to a little bit of confidence this week. And I don't think this is going to keep up, but I think right now they're going to be playing with a little bit of confidence against the Colts. And the Colts, I just don't see any reason why they would be playing with any confidence. So especially since it's in Carolina, I'm taking the Panthers.
Okay.
All right, so next up, Giants Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Yep, I agree with that one.
I mean, okay, so I'm looking at it. The Giants is just such a bad team. The Raiders, they fired their coach. The locker room might rally together. I don't know.
Right.
I believe that would happen more than the Giants winning this game. The Giants just suck. The Giants are just trash. So many problems with that team.
Yeah, no, so I'm taking the Raiders for two reasons. I'm taking the Raiders for two reasons. They're very similar to what you said. But two reasons. So The first reason is that the Giants are ass. The Giants are terrible. Like, just absolutely awful. I have zero faith in the Giants right now. I don't even. They're awful. The Raiders, I don't think they're that much better. But what I do believe is that the Raiders showed us when they fired John Gruden, and then they had Rich Bisaccia in there. Now, obviously, Antonio Pierce, their current interim head coach, is not Rich Bisaccia, so we don't know if he's going to be come through and do something good or not. But what we do know is that NFL teams have a tendency to have these like bursts of energy after like a head coach gets fired. Like, and it doesn't necessarily typically last. It was kind of weird to see the Raiders like fire John Gruden and then like go to the playoffs. And then I mean, they put up a damn good game against the Bengals too that year. And the Bengals won, but like it took Jermaine Pratt intercepting Derek Carr at the very last second for the Bengals to win that game. Or at least to put it away anyway. So you go ahead and start talking, Thomas. I got to go take care of a situation.
When I look at the Raiders, I see gambling. Lots and lots of gambling. I'm like, damn. They really be doing that shit. I just don't think the Raiders are that good. So I don't really think the Giants are even better. Welcome back, Cal.
Dude, that tiger in my living room is going nuts.
Dude, why you got a tiger in your living room? Which Mike Tyson?
You missed it earlier. Like Joe made that comment earlier because I had to go do that a few minutes ago while you were talking. And Joe was like, "There's a tiger in Kyle's living room." So that's Tiger's back. Tiger's back. All right. So yeah, Raiders, I think they're going to rally around their head coach, their new head, like Antonio Pierce. I think they're going to rally around him. I don't think it's going to last through the season. I don't think they're going to suddenly make the playoffs like they did when John Gruden got fired. But I do think that they're going to have enough to rally and take down a Giants team that is just a clusterfuck, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Like I really like Brian Daboll as a head coach, but he's in such a terrible situation right now. Like I think Brian Daboll, when he inevitably gets fired from the Giants, I think he's going to go get another head coaching job immediately with a different team, and hopefully it's a better situation. Like if I recall correctly, I think he had an opportunity to like go be the coach of like the Dolphins or something like that, and he turned it down because it was like his. Like, I think it was like a dream of his to coach the Giants or something like that. And it's just like, bro, he made a terrible career move by going to the Giants. But I don't think it's going to cripple him forever. But like right now, I don't think even Brian Daboll is good enough to like save the Giants.
Yeah.
All right. So we got two more non-AFC North games to go. Cowboys, Eagles. Interesting.
Eagles. I mean, I think the Cowboys might Eagles. I think the Cowboys be competitive, but Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
All right. Yeah. I'm kind of torn on this one, honestly. So like I think I wouldn't be shocked. Oh shit, hold on. I wouldn't be shocked to see this game really go either way. I think the Cowboys are possibly a little underrated right now. Obviously, they've had their struggles. They've had some issues here and there, but so they're not perfect. But neither are the Eagles, frankly. I don't know. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the Eagles, but like I really kind of want to take the Cowboys here. Like I don't know. I'm going to go with the Eagles because it feels crazy not to, but no. I don't know. All right, next up we got Jets hosting the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers. And I'm not even that confident that it should be Jets, right? But no, I'm like, give me the Charger. Like, I mean, I should be 100% on the Chargers. Like, it should be, yes, Chargers, right? They're playing against a Jets team that has Nick, take your mama Thanksgiving dinner Wilson. Or Zach Wilson, I'm sorry.
I was going to say Zach Wilson.
Nick Wilson's the radio. But the thing is, though, about the Jets, is they're 4-3. They won all 4 games with Zach Wilson at quarterback. You got to give it to them.
Well, yeah, but they also lost the games with Zach Wilson at quarterback.
I'm taking the Jets. Fucking Los Angeles, San Diego Chargers. No, give me the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers. Yeah. I picked the Chargers originally. I'm not confident about it though. No, no. Fuck it. I can do this. Give me the Jets because if the Jets lose, I don't lose anything. So fuck it. You know what? Big upset of the week. Give me the Jets.
I don't think it's a big upset at all. I think this is a pretty Now, actually, according to ESPN's according to only 32% of ESPN pickers have taken the Jets. So according to that, it's a big upset. I think these two teams are not that far apart, though. Like honestly,
me neither. Honestly,
so I don't know, man.
I know.
You took the Chargers?
Yeah, that's the Jets.
You take the Jets?
I talked myself in.
Will you make up your mind?
Yeah. No, I'm taking the Jets because, exactly. Exactly. Look at these two teams, man. You got the Chargers with this pretty boy quarterback who is so awesome. He is so awesome, but yet they keep on losing with this motherfucker. And then their coach, don't get me started on that guy. He's just a Looney Tune. And then you got the Jets. And the Jets have a really good team. They got this receiver who's very spectacular. They have a great defense. And Zach Wilson isn't horrible. Damn. Yeah, I'm going with the Jets.
All right.
I'm going with the Jets.
All right. I'm
keep on smashing, Zach Wilson.
I'm gonna take Chargers. To be clear, I had to think a lot to make that pick. But you were talking for a very long time there, so I had plenty of time to think, and I eventually came to the conclusion I'm gonna take the Chargers. Because I still I don't know. I don't know, man. But there's something about the Jets I don't like, and I already know what I don't like about the Chargers.
So you're going with you know that you dislike, but you're not going with the unknown that you dislike. Yeah, but
I know what I don't like about the Jets, but there's also some it's like with the Chargers. I already know what I don't like about the Chargers. With the Jets, I know what I don't like. I know what I don't like about the Jets, but there's also something else that I'm like. I don't know. With the Chargers, I don't like the Chargers.
See, but what I don't like about the Chargers,
it's gonna be a bad game. I'll tell you that.
No, but what I don't like about the Chargers is the reason why I don't like them in this game. But what I like about the Jets is what I think will beat the Chargers about what I don't like about them. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so
bro, we're over here doing calculus to figure out who's gonna win between these two bad teams that nobody cares about.
Okay, the thing that I don't like about the Chargers is the reason why I think the Jets are going to win this game. Because I don't like the Chargers because I think the Chargers are a mentally weak team. And I think the one thing the Jets got going for them is that they're a mentally tough team. So I just think that mentally weakness would lose to mentally toughness. Therefore, the Jets should win this game. That is why I'm not working for the NFL Network, ladies and gentlemen.
So you're taking the Jets?
I'm taking the Jets.
Okay. Cool. I'm taking the Chargers, I guess. I don't know. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to we've got 3 AFC North games to talk about because obviously we already talked about the Steelers game, which, by the way, has already started. So for what that's worth, I wonder if anybody's scored yet.
Still scored. Najee Harris.
God damn it.
I need.
All right, well, you know what?
I know. Why couldn't it been freaking Pickens? I think Pickens with a touchdown.
Seahawks, Ravens. What do you think?
Was it Ravens at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going. Oh, shit, I got this volume on. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm hesitant about it, but I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay. I'm less hesitant. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Okay.
So it's more so a lack of belief in the Ravens than it is a really strong belief in the Seahawks. Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, it feels like these are two wildly different teams, right? But they're like both these teams are like, you know, are two lost teams. The Seahawks are 5-2 and the Ravens are 6-2. They're basically the same record. And the Seahawks have had a really good year. Yeah. Like,
she was pretty good, man.
Lamar Jackson is better than Geno Smith, but like, you know, that Seahawks defense is better than the Ravens defense.
Dude, that's why I'm not tripping. That's why I'm not tripping. It's crazy because it's going to sound, I hate saying this. I'm not tripping about last week's loss because I have this high respect for how good I think the Seahawks are. Mm-hmm. And I was watching that game with the Browns. I'm like, dang, they're hanging with a team that I think is really good. You know, yeah, they got DK Metcalf, Geno Smith. He's been solid, man. I mean, there's been bad Geno, but when he gets in the zone, I mean, he still won that game at the end, man. He does his thing, man. You love him do his thing, he will do his thing. And the Ravens let Gardner Minshew do his thing, so why can't they let Geno Smith do his thing? And they're kind of feeling themselves. It's going to be – we're going to see because, like, the Ravens got some problems, and they haven't really played any teams that can expose some of those problems. So I think the Seahawks going to give them a nice little battle.
Yeah. So the Titans just converted a 4th down conversion on their first drive of the game, interestingly enough.
Nice.
I did not necessarily expect to see that early, but, you know, boy, this could oddly enough be a high-scoring game. And I don't know if the words high-scoring and Steelers belong in the same sentence, but it could be a high-scoring game, frankly.
As long as George Pickens scores, I'm chilling.
Well, Najee Harris got the first touchdown.
Yeah,
but anyway, let's Cardinals Browns. We basically already got your prediction. And by basically, I mean we already did.
Yeah, I'm going with the Browns. So
I'm going with the Browns too. Now, I mean, again, Cardinals are scrappy. You know, like let's make this absolutely clear. Like, don't sleep on the Cardinals. But
yeah, I'm not. I don't think the Browns are either. I think this team understands the circumstance to know how important these games are. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they're looking at it as oh man, we're playing against a bad team, we're going to chill. I think they're looking at it as, oh crap, thank the heavens, we got a break here. We got an opportunity here to kind of bounce back. Right. And, you know, this is a team, you know, they They was in a very tough battle with Seattle, so they're ramped up. So I think they're just happy that they could practice their skills and do the skills and things that they're working on against a more inferior opponent.
For sure.
Played some good ones the last couple of weeks.
All right. Well, last game, Bengals-Bills.
It's going to be a good game, Cal. This is going to be a very good game. Do you want to go first because it's your team?
Sure. Why not? I don't really have to think that hard about the outcome of this, like who's going to win, because it's going to be the Bengals.
Okay.
But I'm kind of playing with, again, because like I said last week, like in the predictions, if you recall, Thomas, I said last week, I think the Bengals are going to like come in and crush the 49ers, right? And I was right about that.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm close to maybe saying the same thing again this week. I don't know. Like the Bengals, like the only thing is, like, I think the Bills are really kind of hungry for some revenge, right? Because, like, I mean, the Bengals crushed them in the divisional round last year, and they were in the process of crushing them in the in the Monday night game before DeMar Hamlin, And then there's also going to be all like the surge of emotions because of DeMar Hamlin and everything like that. So I feel like the Bills are going to come in and fight really, really hard in this game. But I think the Bengals are kind of pissed off and like it really kind of feels like, nobody respected us just because, we had a bit of a rough start, and fair enough, but like in my perspective is like, if you want respect, you got to earn the respect, and they're starting to earn it right now, but that doesn't change the way that those players feel. The Bengals have a ton of bulletin board material right now that they are working through, and it's in Cincinnati, which is just kind of wild to me. The Bengals have played the Bills, have had three big, huge games against the Bills over the last 2 years, and all three of them have been in Cincinnati. No, I'm sorry. The divisional round was in Buffalo. But I mean, that's another thing. Like the Bills, some Bills players after that game came out and said that the only reason the Bengals won is because it was snowing. I was like, bro, we were on your home turf. Like, what do you mean you only won because it was snowing? Like, do you not know how to play in snow? You play in Buffalo.
They do play in Buffalo.
They're farther north than we are.
Yeah, Cincinnati gets way better weather than Buffalo does, man.
Yeah, I mean, like we are no strangers to like big snow, but it doesn't happen a whole lot. Like it's we'll get like 1 or 2 big snows a year. Whereas like, y'all up north, like it gets really bad.
Oh yeah, it gets bad up here.
Yeah. So yeah, like point being, I think it's going to be a very emotionally charged game for both teams for various reasons. And it could be a game for the ages, honestly. Like this could go down as like one of the most, fascinating week 8 regular season games of all time. But I do think the Bengals win because I think the Bengals have the Bills number. It's like when the Bengals won beat the Chiefs 3 times in a row. My perspective coming out of those games was like, well, yeah, we beat the Chiefs 3 times. I wouldn't say we own the Chiefs though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I came out, I was like, yeah, the Bengals own the Chiefs because it's fun to talk smack, right? But as far as like a genuine analysis goes, it's like, the Bengals have had some really close games against the Chiefs, and yeah, like we've won every one, but it hasn't been like an owning. In fact, one of those games, the Chiefs were kicking our asses, and then we came back and had like this miracle big comeback that like one of the all-time comebacks in playoff history. But the Bills, we have pretty handily beaten the Bills every time we played them. So I mean, I don't want to sit here and be like the Bengals own the Bills, but they kind of own the Bills. So I think it's going to be a really emotionally charged game on both fronts, though. I don't think this is going to be a game. Whoever wins, it's not going to be this team owns the other team type of thing, right? It's going to be close. But I do think the Bengals win.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Bengals. Dude, I'm just watching the replay of that freaking Seattle game from last week. It's on my screen right now on NFL Network. And I'm watching that play with Geno Smith. He got he was wrapped around one of our linebackers literally have him wrapped up, and he did a spin move out of them and threw a touchdown. And that was just it was just a good ass play.
Right.
They might be able to beat the Ravens. Y'all better go beat the Ravens. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, Baltimore. But anyway, give me the Ravens. Give me the Bengals. I do think you guys got Josh Allen, Buffalo's number. Honestly, I think Buffalo's a ticking time bomb.
I do too. I have not been impressed.
I don't think what's going on with them is going to last.
They had that big win against the Dolphins, and other than that, there hasn't really been the Bills are dangerous, Yeah, and that was before the Dolphins really popped off too.
Yeah, I'm low on Buffalo right now, for being real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's probably good for today.
Yeah.
We've been at this for about an hour and a half, so.
Yeah, I gotta make a few TikTok videos.
Yeah. Do you see I put out a TikTok video this morning on
Yep, I've seen it.
Yeah, and that thing dude, I literally put maybe 3 seconds of thought into that thing, and within 2 hours it had 2,000 views. I was like, holy shit.
Yep.
That thing, it didn't do as well. I put it out on TikTok and YouTube. It didn't do as well on TikTok, but that's because I think that's partially just because I just started on TikTok.
Your first couple of views, actually, the first couple of videos they get they kind of screen you to see what kind of content you want to put out, and then they go from there. So be careful with the first couple of videos you put out. Okay. Make your first couple of videos got to be very thought out.
Well, I'll be honest. My first one was not thought out at all. My first one was just clips of me from a live stream I did. And then my second one was definitely not thought out, but I definitely, it was an actual produced video. So
nice.
But I put like I said, I put 3 seconds of thought into that. I was just like, Josh McDaniels, what has he done with his life? Well, he hitched himself to Tim Tebow. Then he hitched himself to Jimmy Garoppolo. And in the interim, he decided not to hitch himself to Andrew Luck. So, I mean, that's content right there. That's perfect content right there.
You know how blow up on TikTok if you live stream on TikTok. Yo, if you connect, why don't you connect your live stream to TikTok live too? Oh no, you gotta have over 1,000 followers to do that. Actually,
you have to have at least 1,000 to live stream.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, go follow me on TikTok right now.
Well, I mean, you can blow. You can blow quickly live stream. Maybe I should start live streaming for my channel. Maybe I should have you live stream for my channel.
Shout me out on your channel.
I mean, I got 6,000 followers.
Bring some of them over here.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I don't like that. Serious. I don't know how to tell 6,000 people to go follow somebody else. Hey, go follow this guy.
We'll just do it, and a couple of them might listen. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do for you. On YouTube, I'm like, at the end of each episode, I only got
I give you a shout out. I just don't think that 6,000 people just
I was joking about that. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
Okay.
But at the same time, you know what we should do? We should until my TikTok goes up, we should hook this up to your TikTok, and then you can have this going as a live stream.
Oh yeah, dude! I would love for you to do that. I really would like for that to happen. Actually, I would totally be down.
Help blow you up a little bit.
Oh yeah, it'll help me blow up a lot.
Yeah. Let's do that then. I still got to figure out how to stream to multiple different things. I don't want to stop doing YouTube. That's we've got people who watch. We've got some people who come watch us here on YouTube, and I don't want to just abandon them. So it's whatever we do, if we only get to pick one. If we only get to pick one place to stream,
it's YouTube.
It's got to be YouTube. But if we can figure it out, we should totally get it up on your channel on TikTok.
Why don't you just ask one of your whoever you work with, or not work with, go to school with? Somebody you go to school with probably know how to do it.
Literally, I'm the only person I've met who knows anything about like OBS and streaming and stuff like that. It's weird. It's weird. I'm in a digital media program, but I'm the only one who knows about this stuff. I've taught quite a few people how to do some of this stuff because like I'm the only one who's apparently messing with it. Like there was a professional. We had this panel where like one of the people who was there was like a professional podcast producer, and I was talking to her. I was like pitching the Battle of Ohio podcast and talking to her about it, and she didn't know about any of this stuff that I was talking about. I'm like, bro, this is not foreign stuff. Like where I got the idea to do OBS from Tom Grossi, so I know it's not like completely like nobody uses it. I know people use it. This room that we're in right now, it's a plugin, not a plugin, but it's like it's like a thing that you can use in addition to OBS. It's called OBS Ninja, and it was just developed by this guy who just like wants to contribute to OBS, and he put up some YouTube videos about how to use it. And so it's just like, I mean, OBS is a thriving thing. I just like never meet anybody who uses it, which is weird.
Yeah,
but I can promise you it's really powerful. There's a reason why, like, as many technical difficulties as we have sometimes, like, I keep using it because it's really useful in a lot of other ways. Like, you can just see how the quality of like what's actually on the screen has improved so much since we started.
Yeah, it has. It really has.
Yeah, but anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of here and go.
Yeah, me too.
Say hi to my family and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got things to do too. I gotta eat. I'm hungry.
Until next time, y'all can always catch more of what I do at Kyle Phelps 92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/The Phelps, the Battle of Ohio podcast right here. You just heard us talking about our plans to get it into various different places, and on TikTok at Kyle Phelps 92 there as well. And then Thomas, where can they find you?
Thomas J Network, Instagram T_star94. So you can find the same thing on X. Whoever the Elon Musk call it.
Right, X.
Shout out to Elon Musk.
I looked into it, by the way. If you type in X.com, it does legitimately reroute to Twitter.
That's so stupid.
I know, right?
What a stupid thing
his
to
brand.
do.
Like one of the first things that Elon Musk did that kind of got him like into like the world business was he created this bank. And that was called X.com. It was part of like the whole like .com bubble back in the day.
Yeah.
And he created like this bank thing called X.com. And I guess it did well for a while or something like that. And ever since then, his brand has kind of been like X. I think he named his son X or something like that. But I mean, he's got like SpaceX and this X and that X and whatever. And so and so he just like he renamed Twitter to X.com. I think literally just because he wanted to bring Twitter under the Elon Musk brand.
Yeah. Shout out to Threads.
Shout out to Threads. All right. But anyway, that's it for this episode, y'all. Appreciate y'all showing up and hanging out. And we are about out. We got Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. I haven't seen you here before, so welcome and feel free to subscribe. Unfortunately, we're about to hop out of here. But good thing we caught you early on that. And I see you got some sort of NBA champions. I think it's the Lakers. I don't like the Lakers personally. But
you don't, or you do?
I don't like the Lakers. I don't care that much about the NBA because I mean, you know about my history with the Sonics and everything. And
they're gonna bring them back. They're gonna bring them back.
I hope they do, but like even if they do, I'm still gonna feel like I don't know, kind of iffy about the NBA just because like the way that whole thing went down with the Sonics was so shady, man. I don't know. I got a bad taste in my mouth with the NBA, but I mean, if they do bring them back, maybe I'll get into it again. I don't know, but I never really liked the Lakers because I don't know, like. It's just kind of like all the bandwagon fans who are NBA fans are Lakers fans, and that just turned me off immediately.
Yeah, be a Cavs fan.
It'd be like somebody who's only kind of vaguely into the NFL, like getting bombarded with all the billions of Cowboys fans out there, and then how do you think they feel about the Cowboys? You know?
But
no, I'm not gonna become a Cavs fan, Thomas.
Okay.
I'm not gonna become a Cavs fan because my nature is to be spiteful. Fuck you.
Everybody love the Cavs.
I don't. My dad does though. My dad's a Cavs fan.
A lot of people Cavs. I mean, I be in Pittsburgh, man. I be want to cuss them out. They be, hey, go Cavs. I'm like, man, fuck you, man. How the fuck you a Cavs fan?
Well, who else are they going to be a fan of? The Sixers?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
That was they say.
But anyway, yeah, like I said, thank you all for showing up and watching. And we'll catch y'all next time. I'll leave y'all, as always, with a Who Dey!